Hello and welcome back. This is our 10K Creative World. The objective is to build a factory in creative mode which is capable of producing 10,000 science packs a second of all the major science packs. And the design principle I've set myself is to use bots and trains, and to really try and make the builds compact so that we are using as few trains as possible, as few machines as possible, and basically getting the computer to do as little work as possible. So before I built something up to about 2K, and that worked fine, but my UPS was terrible. And I'd really like to see if we can build a 10K setup which is really minimal. And works. So this here is our 10K of red science build. It almost fits on one screen. What we have here is copper smelting, which gets passed through these bridging chests. Let's zoom in so you can actually see what's going on. Okay, so we have copper smelting. Train comes in, drops off copper. It then gets bridged over with these boxes into the red potion area. We then have a bunch of red potion machines either side of a rail track. Then here we have a separate smelting area which is smelting the iron. The iron gets smelted and then within the same network turned into gears. Those gears are then offloaded into this network with bridges again. Okay, so that's where we got to last time. Now, I need to apologize. Last episode overran to an hour, and that's ridiculous. I understand people don't have an hour of their day out to watch these videos. What I'm going to try and do now is keep these to between 20 minutes and half an hour, which means that we won't get entire builds done in single episodes, but we will we'll see what we can do. We'll get as far as we can in each episode. So the task today is to set up a train network, basically, to see if we can figure out what the trains would look like for this. I think I'm going to have dedicated mines for each area, or at least in principle there are dedicated mines for each area. So there would be a copper and iron mine which is supplying these smelters. The other thing is there's going to be a single-headed train which comes in here, loads up with potions, drives out again. Now, this is 1,000 potions a minute. And I've got a feeling that that is about 4 inserters, but we're going to count that up. Okay, stack filter inserters, 6.065. So, 7 carriages. 7 carriages is kind of a weird number. I could do 3 inserters into 2 carriages. Right, where are we? Okay. Okay, so we want to shift 1,000 potions a minute. So, per train, potions stacked 200. And the train has 4 rows of 10 stacks. So you get 8,000 per train. So if I had a single carriage train, I would be filling the train every 8 minutes. Is that correct? Right, let's make a stack of these. 200, yes. So 200 would be 1/5 of a minute. So in 1 minute, we would produce 5 stacks. That's half a row, 4 rows in a carriage, so that's 1/8 of a carriage. So we need 8 minutes to fill one train carriage with potions. Okay. So I think we only need a 1 carriage train. The beauty of a 1 carriage train, or 1 or a 2, whichever we choose, is that we can get away with rocket fuel and only 1 or 2 carriages, and it's going to move at full speed. So if we had something like that. Okay, so that's going to move every 4 minutes. Did we work that out? Every 8 minutes, sorry. Every 8 minutes, that's going to take potions away. We're going to have to actually run this because I am appalling at maths. But I think that is the answer. So every 16 minutes would be 2 of these. Do I really want to do that? Okay, so let's get some train stations. Okay, so if we did this, we would have train stations somewhere fairly central, which I think is about there. Okay, so then let's put this down again. Okay, and we need 6 of these. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And these are going to be requester chests. Ah, okay, so we have hit the middle of the logistics. There we are. That's not too bad. I'm going to call that a good one, I think. Yeah. Okay, so we can power all this up with some little power poles. There we go. These are going to request potions. And I think, do we want to request 200? Let's request 1,000. And then I think we can do away with that one and do away with that one. Yeah. Right, just to double check that, I am going to grab that and max rate it. This requires 3.073 stack inserters. Okay, I'm just going to bump it up to 4, not just out of paranoia. This is probably not the place to shirk on supplies. Okay, then we need some fuel. Okay, and then this would go off to our labs. And we're not doing the lab design at the moment. So, for now, let's just put down a station like that. Okay. And I want this just to be emptied. I want this to be emptied into voiding storage chests to get rid of it. There we are. This whole area can be powered up. Okay, and then a duplicating chest. There and there. There we are. Okay. I haven't found a generic voiding chest. I just want to void... Yeah, I just want a chest which destroys things. Maybe this is the box I should be using. Okay. Hopefully. Okay, so then this is... Science Pack 1. Labs. This train goes to Science Pack 1 until full. Labs till empty. Cool. So now we're going to have a go at, and I'm aware that I've not set up a lot of buffer chests and things like that. Okay. So this needs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'd rather have bigger trains which move less often because smaller, there's a UPS overhead to a train moving, and smaller trains, until they get really big, don't have a bigger impact than larger trains. Trains, when they are parked, are not costing you. So I would prefer to have one of these per carriage. We have to have 4 of them apparently. So I think this can then be a 2-4 train. I'm quite happy to have all my trains different sizes in this playthrough. That doesn't really bother me, because I'm intending, when I do the real version of this, to set it up so that each of these are coming from their own dedicated mines, and each mine will be exactly the size that is needed for that resource. Okay, so let's see if we can find where the middle is, and then see if we can place the train to put the carriages in the middle. Is that about right? Yeah, I think that is about right. So this would be a 1-4 train. I think we should be going for a 2-4 train, to be honest. Just because when it is moving, I want it to definitely be moving. I don't know if this is true, but I have a hunch that faster moving trains are more UPS efficient than slow moving trains, because they block junctions for less time. Not that there's really going to be many junctions in this playthrough, but yeah, I think they're just generally better behaved. So, all right, let's get this fueled up. There we go. And this is Science Pack 1 copper ore. All right. And I reckon as soon as we have gone around this corner, we can go out. We can signal this. Let's get some signals. There we go. We can put a signal here, and then this gives us room to stack a train directly behind here waiting to come in. I'm a big fan of parking trains if possible. Yeah, so there's room there to park another train behind this one. Okay, now for the sake of today, we're just going to set up a train with some creative chests to refill it. Okay. Now, the issue with that is because there are basically two ways to do this. You either have a train idling, buffering, unloading, in which case you need a second train waiting to come in. Or you unload the train as quickly as possible, which then means you can send that single train off to refill and then come back quickly. I think what I'm going to do is we are going to empty this train as quickly as, well, we're going to empty this train twice as quick as it needs to be emptied. So we are, is that the right way? No, I think the right way is to have extra trains rather than extra inserters. I keep umming and ahhing about all these trade-offs. Okay. There we are. All right, so these are uncapped. Then we are going to put in a dummy station here. Right, this one doesn't need to be UPS efficient. It is purely here to serve a function. Okay. Duplicating chest. And let's put in one here and here. One, two, three, four, five, six. Okay, so this is completely overkill. Point of this is just to get the train turned around. Okay, we want to power this. We want to put in that. We need some copper ore. It's frustrating that you can't get copper ore from the created mode menu. You have to actually mine it. At least I have legs. Okay. There we are. Sorry, that was bizarrely difficult. Okay, so this is Science Pack 1 copper mine. This is going to go to Science Pack 1 copper mine until full. Then it's going to go to Science Pack copper ore, inventory empty. I'm not going to turn this on yet because I want to double check this. Okay, so this here is completely the wrong request. Okay, this should be a copper ore request. I'm going to have to do this quickly. Okay, so no, that doesn't work. Okay, so this is going to request copper ore. 200 is about right. Then we're going to never allow this to have more than one stack of product. Okay, so now we need to set this across all of them, and the easiest way to do it is to drag like this and use a blueprint. Then this needs to request copper plate. Not 100, that's ridiculous. Maybe that isn't ridiculous actually, because that's 300 that side, that's 600 that side. We're moving 700 a minute, so that, yeah, that's fine. Okay. Automatic. Then the other thing we need is some logistics bots. Normally you would have things trained up. So I'm going to put in a lot more logistics bots than you would normally have in this situation. Okay, and that's working. Right, we're up to 20 minutes, so I'm going to leave that there. Next time we're going to set up the iron plate dummy to see if that works. Right, it looks like all the requests are going to this side. That's better. They're all going to that side because the request weren't set the other side. All right, we're going to leave it there. That appears to be behaving. So thanks so much for watching. Like, subscribe, tell your friends, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.